So this is an old video that you're going to watch. I started filming in November 2023 and it took me a year to post. So these are all archived clips. Some of my thoughts might have changed, some might stay the same, but I'd like to post them because it's part of the journey and it's important to me, and they matter to me, and it shows the journey and shows different thoughts I was going through compared to now, I guess. But yeah, enjoy the video. Peace. Right, just finished up at the gym, done 45 minutes on the treadmill, 7 miles per hour, and it was very hard. I'll be honest, it was pretty goddamn hard. I didn't expect to do a hard session today, seeing I've just done a video on about how today's, been tiring and pretty shattered. Can't wait to get home, basically. But I had to go to the gym, and in my head I was going to be doing a nice, gentle 40-minute run like I did last time on the treadmill in there. Last time I put it on 7, and it was nice. I ran for 40 minutes. It was piss easy, nice and gentle. Could talk. There were challenging moments here and there while doing it. But I made a mistake this time. Last time it was on Imperial. This time it was on metric, I think, or the other way around. And last time I was on 7 kilometers an hour. This time I was on 7 miles per hour. So it was a lot faster. And it was it was absolutely killing me mentally. Which is tough, because on the treadmill it said it was like an 8.5 minute mile, which for me, my opinion of myself, that is god awful. That was the fat kids in high school. And I think, how the hell am I on 8.5 minute miles? That treadmill's got to be wrong somewhere. When I was a kid, I was running 6.5, 6 minute miles, and that were running bad. That were like first, cross country in school, and you didn't train or anything like that. I mean, I guess I was playing football. Don't get me wrong. I weren't doing absolutely nothing. So going backwards, fitness level, bit of a wake up call in my head, because I'm a bit like, that's exhausting, just that statement in itself, not even the run. I mean, I guess I am heavier, probably a lot heavier now. I'm probably carrying another half of myself, which, probably adds up for that time. But still, I want a 6 minute mile. There's no excuse that's gonna settle my mind and calm my mind down about how bad that running is. I mean, I guess I am going for 40 minutes. And when I'm a kid, I'm not going for 40 minutes. I don't know how long I'm going for. I don't remember. But still, there's no excuse that is actually going to settle my head. I can give it a go. I can give it a good go, but it's not going to. So it's quite funny, in a sense. And also the fact that I didn't even mean to say it, and I wasn't expecting to do that today. So I'm not even prepared for it. Which just goes to show that, really, if you actually are preparing yourself mentally for something, and you're struggling, maybe do it without preparing for it. See what comes up then. But when I run outside, I don't actually like to listen to anything when I run. I don't like it at all. I would prefer not to listen to anything, which might be a bit strange for saying that, because everyone I know wants to run with their earphones in and stuff. But yeah, outside, get those earphones away from me. But I just can't do it on a treadmill inside a gym. Just do not like what's going on in there. So I do put earphones in. I was listening to a podcast, and obviously, what did I think was fitting to put on while I'm running? Bit of David Goggins, because I realised I actually haven't listened to all the David Goggins podcasts. I've listened to the Joe Rogan ones and the Chris Williamson one, but I'm not even listening to the Andrew Huberman one. So decided to do that. And what's he talking about? He's talking about being a bitch while I'm struggling on a treadmill. So what I'll tell you is that put more doubts in my mind than ever. But yeah, I got through it. It was hard. I won't lie. I don't think it's anything impressive. But I went through different stages. And one of the things that I was thinking while doing it was this sort of moment of complete and utter feeling like crap. It sort of feels like a cloud over my head when I'm doing it, which is interesting because I guess that is the exact same mood when something goes wrong. So it is like a negative cloud. And what's interesting about that is you can actually use it to your advantage. Especially if, like now, I'm very happy all the time. Sorry, distracted then. Like now, I'm quite happy all the time. I think this is what Joe Rogan talks about when he says chosen suffering. I think it's Joe Rogan, but it's exercise. It does give me that cloud, and it does drop my ego. It just literally flattens you out when you're doing something hard. It's so fascinating, but it is one of those things where it's sort of another notch on your belt of where you've got through something difficult. So I can see how you can use that to your advantage and really sort of become a stronger person. And I think this is why athletes are more often than not mentally stronger than the sort of general human race, general person, should I say, because they've got to go through those hard things. Whereas I think a lot of the times in life, we are really running from that feeling, or covering it up. Or once we've had that feeling, you go and eat a cake, you go and eat a bar of chocolate, you go and eat sweets, you go and find something that gives you this sort of pleasure, this sort of boost that goes, oh, make me feel better. Where obviously I'm listening to David Goggins talk, and he's saying sitting that as long as you can, and then do it again. So it is interesting because even though I was suffering, I can sort of see the hindsight of it while I've got that sort of cloud over me of this is feeling hard and I'm not, I'm feeling like shit. I can see the value in it, and the value in, like I said, this is another notch on your belt, where you've done something that you're finding difficult, and you could have quit and you could have stopped, but you didn't. And the thing is, I think it takes a lot of them. It takes you to have a lot of notches. I'm talking probably 10,000, and you're probably decently strong-willed or just decently durable. You can go through some form of hard stuff, and the thing is, it never changes every time you do it. It's not like that feeling doesn't increase. It doesn't get like it's always a 10 out of 10 for me. Whenever it's hard, well, no, that's a lie. There's probably 3 different modes, 3 different settings. It probably gets, okay, this is now getting hard, to, okay, now this is hard, to, God damn it, I'm going to quit. God damn it, don't quit. God damn it, don't quit. That's sort of the different modes I have that go on in my head every single time, no matter what it is. I notice that, so I do go in the saunas sometimes, and what happens in the saunas is I set a time that I'm going to go in for. First time I ever went in the sauna, I set half an hour. Now, I couldn't tell you what temperature it is, but it is a public sauna. And "30 minutes. Obviously, I did not get 30 minutes. It was a lot harder than I expected it to be. But I think I got something like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I can't, let's say it's 20 minutes, because I'm going to go for the lower option. I do think it's 25, but I'm not going to lie to myself like that if it isn't. But definitely 20. And what I did was, I went from 30, got to probably 15 minutes in, and I went, don't think you're going to make 30, mate. I got to that first stage, then I got to that second stage, then I hit 20 minutes, and I said, and I got to that third stage, and I said, I'm going to be quitting here, and no way I'm getting to 30. So then what my mind did is it went, just go to 25. First time, decent, started making all these excuses, and that's what your mind does. It makes these excuses. Mine does anyway. It says, 25's fine, You sat in there and you set out to do 30, but, 25 is still a decent attempt for your first go. It starts sort of arm around you and saying, no, it's going to be all right. But then you've got the other one on that other shoulder saying, yeah, but you said 30. You said 30, you said, you're Billy Big Bollocks, and you said you could do 30. Anyway, what ended up happening was even worse. Didn't do any of them. I actually got out at 24 minutes and something like 50 seconds or like 40 seconds. And after all that, I've sat there thinking all those things of like, you are tough enough to get through this, you can do this. And then the other side going, quit. This is tough. Your body's screaming at you, saying, what in God's name are you doing? And I give in, and it was only 20 seconds, and it makes them full 24, take all them details, let's say take 5 minutes off. Let's say, it was 19 minutes and 40 seconds. All of those 19 minutes and 40 seconds are now worthless in my head. It's like, you failed. You've not stuck it out. One, you've not stuck it out to your original goal of 30 minutes. You then have a second goal of 25 minutes, which is where I mixed up. That's why I said take 5 minutes off. And then you reduced it to 20 minutes, and you still didn't even get your 20 minutes. Not only that, you was 20 seconds short. You fell at the final hurdle. You literally give up when it was pretty much done. 20 more seconds of your life. And it's the same feeling when I'm running. At any point I could have given up running. There was many times while I was running today where I could just stop, and it's so easy to stop. It's right there. It's like, just like getting out of the sauna is right there. It's actually, it gives me gives me joy to get up and leave that sauna. Just like it gives me joy to stop doing that running when it's a fast pace, or a fast pace for me, I guess. You know, the easiest thing is to literally just put your legs out and stop. That's literally all it takes. Just like the sauna, all it takes is you literally getting up and walking out that door. And my point is, that's the sweet spot. That's the juice. That's the valuable stuff of where you stick it out. Those extra 20 seconds is what's worth it all. Them 90 minutes mean absolutely jack, but it's those 20 seconds that I didn't stay in for that now mean everything, that now hold the value. Before you can even look at 30 minutes, what ended up happening was, I don't fully remember, it was quite a bit ago, but I went back into the sauna. I think the next time I had the intention of doing 10 minutes, did that a few times, and then did 20 minutes. And the thing is, it did actually have like no value. When I did that 20 minutes, it was a bit like oh yeah, all right, that's pretty good. But you know what I mean? For me, I just moved straight on to the next. It's like, yeah, you got to do 30 though. You got to do 30 in the end. I've not got to 30 yet. I don't go in it consistently enough. But it's so interesting to me that my mindset is that all the value is in that 20 seconds that you did not do. And that's what I was thinking today when running. I was thinking, if you stop, you've missed out on all that value of going for 40 minutes. And I'm talking, I was 20 minutes in. So I've got to think about the next 20 minutes, 25 minutes ended up being. I've got to think about the next 20 minutes to keep on going when I'm thinking of quitting. That's a pretty long time. And for ultra marathon runners, it's an even longer time. It's hours. And it really does show the different levels of mental strength and how tough different people actually are, and how tough people think they are and aren't until you compare to others. And that's why I do also believe in that if everyone were to actually talk and speak about how they feel, everyone would get a sense of, like right now, every time I talk about some form of struggle, I get this sense of comparison, and I think, what are you on about? You've just ran 45 minutes on a treadmill at 7 miles per hour, 8.5 minute miles. It's not, you know what I mean? People are going for world records, fucking 4 miles for a mile. What are you on about? It's half your time that geezer's had to struggle for. Not only the time that he spent to get to that point, probably the life that he's actually grown up to. And what I'm doing there is I'm comparing struggle. And I think if everyone did speak about the struggles and how tough things actually were and how they got through it, I think people would compare their own situation and say, you know, I'm actually not that strong. I've actually not done much. But the other side of the coin is people would be able to relate as well, because there'd be more people than not that also feel the same and also struggle. And it normalises you, and it says, you know what? Yeah, I'm not as good as I think. Or, even better, I'm not as bad as I think. But you've still got that comparison, which, you know, flattens your ego and says, you know, these people that are in third world countries absolutely starving and struggling, and you're sat here in the first world, you know, in whatever, you're in England, you got a life of fucking dreams, and you know, there's no way you can wake up and say today's a bad day when you compare it to other people. And the more stories that get out there about tough times and also good times and real times and what things are really like, you know, our perception of life can shift, and we can actually see reality for what it is. One, for how tough it is, but one, for how good it is and how good our lives actually are. But yeah, all that off a 40-minute run of complete suffering, there was nothing in comparison to other people. But, you know what I mean, you got to take them steps to get there. Then, you know, you can't just do it all in one big jump, or else it's not actually something that's going to be tough. But yeah, just going to keep going, keep doing, keep trying, keep failing, keep suffering, keep enjoying, keep comparing, just keep going. But yeah, peace.